I'm ending my marriage because my wife's fake cheating accusations are about to get me fired. My wife and I have been together for 11 years. We've known each other since we were kids, and on paper, we should be the perfect couple. We have a 2.5-year-old toddler and a 5-month-old baby. But behind closed doors, my life has become a living nightmare. For the past 2 years, I've been trapped in a cycle of constant, baseless accusations of cheating that are now threatening my career and my sanity. I have never cheated on her. I have never even thought about it. But my wife has become so paranoid and argumentative that she started bringing her suspicions into my workplace. She's taking risks with our livelihood that could leave us all homeless, and I've reached my breaking point. The accusations started during her first pregnancy. At first, I thought it was just hormones. She claimed she was worried because a friend of hers had been cheated on, and she didn't want to be made a fool of. I gave her grace. I supported her through the birth of our oldest, thinking things would settle down. People told me to check for postpartum depression, but she was cleared by her doctors. The paranoia didn't go away. It grew. When she got pregnant with our second child, the situation spiraled out of control. I made the mistake of thinking we had worked through it because we talked about wanting another baby. But recently, she admitted something chilling. She told me she never actually believed I was innocent. She just wanted her children to be full siblings, so she was willing to fake it until she was done having kids. She lied to my face for years just to get what she wanted. Now she tracks my every move. She claims she's at mom and baby groups, but in reality, she's driving to my office to check if my car is parked in the right spot. She'll search my vehicle for signs of another woman while I'm inside working. She started calling my office multiple times a day, demanding to know exactly who I'm with and if I'm really at my desk. It reached a breaking point when she accused my boss, a man I've worked with for years, of being my gay affair partner. She told him he was stealing a married father away from his family. I am incredibly lucky that my boss is an understanding person, but how much longer can a company put up with a spouse who harasses the management? She is literally putting a target on my back at work. Even a simple trip to the grocery store is a battle. If I'm gone for 5 minutes to grab diapers or formula, she screams at me and calls me a disgusting pig, convinced I was screwing someone in the supermarket parking lot. She wants a play-by-play of every second I'm awake. She stares at her tracking app on her phone, waiting for me to move so she can start a fight. The worst part is that she refuses any kind of help. I've begged her for marriage therapy. I've begged her to see a solo therapist. She says no every single time. I've attended therapy alone just to find ways to cope, but her family is making it worse. They tell me I can't leave because we have a literal baby. They tell me to think about the trauma of divorce for the kids. But what about the trauma of living in a house full of screaming and false accusations? I grew up in a broken home, and I can tell you it's much worse to stay in a volatile environment than to leave one. I honestly feel like she is seconds away from physically assaulting me some days. The tension is so thick I can barely breathe. A few days ago, I told her this has to end. I told her that if she doesn't get professional help and start trusting me, I'm filing for divorce. Her response? She told me I can't destroy the family and that I need to think about the future babies she wants to have. She's already planning for more kids while our current life is on fire. Am I the jerk for wanting to end my marriage while we have a toddler and a baby? Everyone is telling me to stick it out for the kids, but I feel like I'm losing my job, my mind, and my safety. If I stay, I risk a domestic violence situation. If I leave, I'm the guy who walked out on a mother with an infant. I'm done fighting a battle I can't win. Let me know in the comments. Would you stay and keep fighting, or is it time to protect my career and my kids from this toxicity? Drop a leave in the comments if you think no one should have to live like this.